Look into my eyes, look into my eyes. Doesn't matter if they're blue, green, brown.
Architecture occupies a middle ground between art and pure science, drawing on fields like math, anthropology, and geometry. Unlike art, which focuses only on beauty and emotion, and pure science, which prioritizes theoretical or empirical study without concern for aesthetics, architecture balances these three, must provide functional, safe shelter following physical laws, climate needs, and structural integrity, while also having aesthetic appeal, symbolic meaning, and the ability to evoke emotional responses in people. A building qualifies as a work of art due to its form tied to structural integrity, aesthetic appeal that inspires, symbolic meaning of history, emotion, or purpose, and ability to evoke emotional responses. For it to be truly artistic, these qualities must go beyond just looks, they give the space life and depth. Architecture is linked to science through the need for proper methods to ensure structural integrity, functionality, and safety. Architects must understand engineering, construction, and building codes to create efficient, safe designs. They balance aesthetics with material performance, cost, and sustainability of materials, impact, a building's durability, and appearance. Architects balance artistic creativity and scientific problem solving by viewing technical constraints not as limits but as catalysts for innovation, using an integrated design thinking process. Future architects must recognize that aesthetics alone are insufficient. They must study and consider environmental, material, and structural factors to avoid ineffective designs or accidents for which they are accountable. Science is thus as essential as art in creating appropriate, responsible architecture. Our previous scale model was inspired by a fan, symbolizing refreshing feels or relief. It depicted a calm ambience to present our metaphor. Meanwhile, our new scale model represents mindfulness. Mindfulness means being present, having a clear mind, and letting go of unnecessary worries. In our pavilion design, the use of glass symbolizes this clear mind. Glass allows light to pass through without obstruction, just like how mindfulness helps your thoughts become transparent and uncluttered. Meanwhile, the decision to make one side of the pavilion extremely open represents less worry. An open side gives a sense of freedom, airflow, and spaciousness. This shows how mindfulness helps remove mental tightness or pressure. When the pavilion is open, the space feels more light and more calm, the same way a person feels when their worries begin to loosen. A pavilion that is transparent and open invites people to slow down, breathe, and be aware of the present moment. Our pavilion uses natural materials like wood, and we didn't use much color for it to blend with nature, to symbolize simplicity, calmness, and clarity, as well as connection with nature. We used an oval shape to maximize the space because we want the pavilion to look spacious, as it might change the everyday mental noise of the users into a calmer and more comfortable mind. Line is shown through the barbecue sticks used for the walling. These sticks form vertical lines that provide partial coverage for the pavilion. We intentionally left spaces between each stick to maintain an open and airy appearance. The pavilion uses a generous amount of open space to match our chosen metaphor. The spacious design also allows better airflow, which is why we kept wide gaps and avoided creating enclosed or crowded areas. Repetition is visible in both the walling and the roofing. For the walls, we use identical sticks arranged with a gradual change in height to support the roof. For the roof, we use popsicle sticks cut into different sizes to create a repeating pattern. Unity is shown through how the walling works together as a single structure to support the roof and enclose the pavilion. On the roof, even though the popsicle sticks vary in size, they come together harmoniously to cover the pavilion and create a cohesive overall design. And that's the north, south, west, and east. We made the entrance face east to welcome the morning sunlight, and we added a wall to the west to block the heat of the afternoon sun. But we still didn't make the pavilion too enclosed, so it would still remain open and not feel cramped. We intentionally placed a tree on the northeast side so that it would be more windy because the north wind would pass through here. Meanwhile, to the southwest, we have made the strong barrier for the southwest wind. We used wood for the walls as well as the floor to show the pavilion's connection to nature. The wooden walls on the southwest side are closer together than the ones on the northwest because they serve as protection from the southwest wind. There are also trees on the southeast side so that not much sunlight enters, but it is still kept open. The design of our first pavilion did not take into account climatic considerations and did not apply structural logic. Whereas in the new design, we try to take into account climatic considerations as well as the structural and environmental, like the construction of the walls. They are no longer curved but straight, and the roof is no longer complicated. We learned that art gives meaning, beauty, and cultural relevance, while science provides protection, safety, and performance.
Of the earth. Take your flag and stick it where you like. I'm reaching higher. Oh, darling, and if you think the planet's grip can hold me back, I am a rocket. There's no way you could stop me if you tried. I never felt so free as I do right now. No way that I'm ever coming down. I'm on my way to leave the atmosphere. It's all coming clear. Say your au revoir, baby. I was made for the stars. Listen to my voice, listen to my voice.